If you're not using HDMI to take a recording on your Ninja 5 or Ninja 5 Plus, or any other external recorder for that matter, then you're missing out. With HDMI trigger recording, when you press record on your camera, in my case the Canon R6, it will trigger recording on the Ninja 5 as well. This will work similarly for both the Ninja 5 and Ninja 5 Plus, as well as the Canon R5 and R6. But if that wasn't enough, it will also trigger recording internally on your camera. And to add even on top of that, it will still give you the option to record separately, both externally as well as internally. This is why I think HDMI trigger recording is a great little feature that not only will it increase the value of your camera, your recorder, it will trigger and increase the value of your entire production value. Now when we know why we want it, and admit you want it, how do we set it up? I will be using my Canon R6 with the Ninja 5, but it will work similar on the Canon R5 as well as the Ninja 5 Plus. And I would imagine it will work similar to most DSLR cameras and external recorders. There are three things we need to take into consideration. First, for the Canon R6, this is not the default setting, and it's the same for the Canon R5 and R3 as well. So we need to ensure that the camera is set up for HDMI triggered recording. Secondly, it's silly hard to find such an easy but powerful feature, so we even need to go on some menu excavation to actually find the settings. And third, we need to ensure that the Ninja as well as the camera is ready for that crisp 4K recording. So we need to ensure that the HDMI recording options are up to speed. Open up the menu, and if you find 9 tabs under recording menu, it's because you haven't put your camera in video mode. So just turn that top dial into video and open up menu again. And we should find 8 tabs on the recording menu, and you should go to HDMI display, pick the bottom one that looks just like an external screen. And below that we have time code, and at the bottom of that we actually have HDMI. This is not very logical, Canon. And at the bottom of this we have rec command, and turn that to on. That will make it possible to record externally when you hit record on your camera. Then we're going to the wrench menu, menu 5, and on tab 4 we have HDMI resolution. Make sure it's set to auto and not 1080p. Otherwise, if you put your camera in 4K, it will still not output 1080p. That's it. That's all the changes we need to make in the camera. Now when I've turned around the camera, it's actually 3 things we need to keep track of. Otherwise it can actually go a little bit back. So I'm pressing record on the camera. I'm gonna move around so you can see. And it's recording on the camera. We can tell that by the red light is flashing, as well as the Ninja is recording. And this is what we want, right? This is the entire purpose of all the settings we have done. But here's the caveat, and this is something you really need to keep track on if using the camera and the recorder in this. And this goes for both R6, R5, R3, the Ninja 5 and 5 Plus. If you have your camera set up to have HDMI trigger recording, as well as that HDMI output setting that we did. Look now what happens if I'm stop recording on the camera. It stops recording on the camera as well as the Ninja. Still good, right? But now I'm gonna start recording on the camera. So it's recording on the camera, it's recording on the Ninja, and look what's happening if I stop on the Ninja. It's still recording on the camera. So now I need to stop both at the Ninja as well as the camera. And now look what's happening. If I start recording on my Ninja, I'm still not recording on the camera. This might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but this is actually what we want. But it's something we need to keep track on. Otherwise, you can end up not recording what you want. So I'm going to stop recording again. And if you want dual recording, both to your camera and your Ninja, press record on your camera. You will get record on the camera and the Ninja. And then when you are done recording, just press stop recording on the camera. I missed the button there. And if you press stop recording on the camera, it will stop recording on the camera and the Ninja. And if you want to do recording only on the Ninja, press record on the Ninja, and you're not recording on the camera. This last one is more, that's how I'm used to using the Ninja and the R6, but I think it's a feature to keep track on. So when you have the camera set up this way, just make sure you stop and start recording to your likings. And that's it. If you got something out of this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and it will tell me that you like this sort of videos, and I will make more of them. And speaking about that, if you have any questions about this video, about the Canon R6, the Atomos Ninja V, the setup, or anything else, just give me a comment below and I will answer it right away. And if you want to know more about setting up your Ninja V in a quick way for the Canon R6, I think you should check this video out.